Hello, lovelies. I'm Ashley, and today we're doing a pick a card reading for the week of January 11th through the 17th. I had to think about it for a second. I want to say in advance, if I sound weird, I've been sick all week, and I'm starting to get better. But it fluctuates. It comes and goes. So I apologize in advance for the horrendousness of my voice, which isn't even good when I'm healthy. So today, to help you pick cards, which we'll get to in a second, pick piles, right? I dug some rings out that I forgot I had. And yeah, once again, 3 piles for you to choose from. You can pick one of them or 2 of them, whatever calls to you. But remember, this is like a general reading, so it might not resonate for you because these readings could be seen by so many people. So let's get into the readings. Okay guys, welcome to the choosing portion of this video. We have 3 piles, as I mentioned earlier, each one with these cute little rings. The first pile is this one with the little purple stone. It's my favorite color. The next one is this little clear stone. And the final one is this little nice blue one. So whether you want blue, clear, purple, or you don't want anything to help you choose if you don't need that, I like having it to help me when I watch readings like this. But anyway, feel free to pause the video. Take as long as you need to choose your pile, and then there will be timestamps in the description to find your reading. Okay. Pile number 1 with the lovely, my favorite color, purple ring. Let me put that over here, and let's see what the cards have for you. First card. Ooh. This card is all about a life-changing event or a rite of passage. Some of you might be getting engaged or married, having babies, like things like that. That's why you see there's a baby here. But that I don't think is like the majority of what this card represents. I think it's really more about like a life-changing event happening to you this week. Something that might be a little unexpected, right? Or maybe something that you were working on pays off and you weren't expecting it to happen so soon, right? Let's see what your next card has. Ooh. Knight of Wands. Hold it up so you can see. Knight of Wands is about being daring and self confident, right? And good times are coming, so you should probably brace yourself, which could lead into this life-changing event for some of you, or this rite of passage. Like, what are some rites of passage people go through? Getting your license, is that one? I think it is. I don't know, but it could be something like that, something significant in life, right? But yeah, the Knight of Wands says be prepared to like make some moves, right? And if your soul is calling you to do something, now is probably the time to start taking steps towards that. Because big change is coming, which this could obviously, big changes are coming. So I feel like some of you might finally have an opportunity to do something you've always wanted to do, right? Because you have change coming, and it's a good change. This is the right thing. And some of you might be young, you might be going through like rites of passage, like you're graduate. Do people graduate in January? Like colleges and stuff? I don't know. But like I said, like some of you might be young and it could be like actually, you don't even need to be young to get your driver's license. I don't have one. Maybe you're doing something like that, something significant like that. So some of you, I think, are reaching a milestone, and some of you might finally have the opportunity to, follow your passion project. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is about receiving news and quick action and gaining momentum and exciting times coming your way. Exciting projects. Could be having visitors or hearing from someone you haven't heard from in a long time. Hell, that could be a life-changing event. Like, especially since Eight of Wands can sometimes represent social media. Somebody might reach out to you through DM somewhere and be like, hey, we haven't talked in a while, how you doing? Hell, I've had that happen. I went to my aunt's house and her sister invited over my uncle I haven't seen in my entire life, which was awkward as all hell, but that was sort of, actually I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say I haven't seen him my entire life. I saw him when my mom died, but for like 5 seconds. But yeah, it could be something like that. A relative you haven't heard from, a friend you haven't heard from, maybe somebody from like elementary school that are like, hey, are you that kid I used to know? Like, I'm sure everybody does that. They try to look up people they knew like 20 years ago. I've done it. Anyway, I'm sick and I'm kind of rambling. I'm sorry. Let's move on. Let's see. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Wands. That's a sword. I think I did that last week too. I always do that. Sorry. But this is about clarity, sound decision making, having opportunities. Hello, life-changing opportunities. Following your soul calling, right? This is like, just completely left my mind. Anyway, this is about opportunities and breakthroughs and being clear on your personal truth, which could go hand in hand with this one. So I think some of you are probably chasing a dream, like not one of those like impossible dreams. It's like, a long-term goal you've maybe had that you haven't had the resources or ability to really do before, which is nice. Some of you might be reconnecting with people, but all of it's going to lead to like a positive change in life, which I like. I like seeing that for people because, I don't think that happens enough. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, the Nine of Coins. The Nine of Coins is about independence and prosperity, right? And living a comfortable life. I like this because this is about prospering in all areas, financial areas, relationships, growing as a person, or even spiritual growth if that's the journey you're on. So I like to see that. So for some of you, I think for everybody things are looking pretty good this week, but some of you might be finding a little more independence this week, right? And things are looking pretty good. You're happy with your life and the way things are going, which is great because everybody should be happy with their life. Let's see what this last one is. Ooh, I haven't been showing you, and I'm sorry. I keep trying to remember to show you. This is the Magician card. This is about like having all of the tools necessary to succeed, all the skills necessary that you need. But it's also about like manifestation. So some of you might have been like manifesting something for a while, And now you're going to start seeing it pay off, which I hope is the case for a lot of you, because I've tried that and I've never gotten it to work. But also, I forget things quickly, so that's probably what it is. But yeah, this is another card about positive changes occurring in your life, as long as you have like a clear vision of what you want and why you want it, and you're not just going in blind to things, you know. So that's it for. Oh wait, no, we have this. Haha, I forgot. This oracle card, the Watery. This is about cooperation. So maybe if you're, following your life's calling, or what you feel your life's calling is, or whatever like changes you're trying to make, you might need to consult some people or like get other opinions to help you make decisions. But it could be like because this is all about like receiving news too. So maybe if some of you are like trying to move up in your workplace, in your job, advance in your job, this card's a good indicator of that, because this card says the people you work with enjoy working with you because you're honest and you're understanding and they trust you. So you'd be really good in like supervisory positions. So if that's something that you're working towards, good chance of that this week, especially if you've been manifesting it, right? Prosperity in all areas is good for that too. So yeah, that's it for pile 1. I was kind of all over the place and I apologize. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Bye. Okay, pile number 2 with this lovely little clear stone ring. As I said in the intro, I apologize for the way my voice sounds. And as I said last week, if you watched last week, I do these as stream of consciousness, and I just did pile 1, and I feel like I was kind of all over the place. So bear with me, all right? I've only done like 3 of these, so I'm still trying to get the hang of it. Anyway, first card. Ooh. The first card is the Pixie card. Let me move these. Pixies kind of tell you to stop taking things too seriously. And remember to have fun once in a while. So some of you might have been maybe overly focused on work, which, it happens. That's very common. And, that's not necessarily like the best way to be, or it's not healthy to just be like all work all the time and not taking any time for yourself. So yeah, so maybe some of you need to like relax a little bit and work on some self-care and stuff. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh. The next one is the Wheel of Fortune. I like this card. The Wheel of Fortune is about chance and fate and life cycles, things turning in your favor. It can also be about like surprising offers and opportunities, and your personal vision might become more clear. Ooh, I wonder if maybe if you take some time for yourself, that'll open up the possibility for this. Relax a little bit, and then you can see this happening, right? Because this is a card about having the chance to discover more about yourself and manifesting your dreams and everything working out according to divine intervention and timing, which it will. But if you like full force focus on something detracting from that, it's gonna take longer, It's like instead of taking the straight path, you kind of went around long ways doing all of this, and it's going to take you a while to get back to this. Okay? Um, and some of you, right, if this throwing yourself into your work thing isn't you, you might just be coming into this energy naturally. Sorry, guys. You know, my cough went away for 2 days, and I thought I was better, and now I'm not sure. Let me get my tea. Okay, anyway. This could just be you moving into, like, learning who you are as a person. You know, this might not even be for some of you. This could just be you're finally realizing the kind of person you want to be. Which is great, because a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people are this, you know? And they just go through life like, this is what I'm supposed to do, so I'm going to do it even though I hate it. But some of you might just naturally, you know, be figuring it out without having to go through all of this, like, overcommitted workaholic stuff. Anyway, next one. Ooh, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man I like. He's about, like, seeing things from a new perspective. But he's also about pausing to reflect, you know, that you're maybe taking things too seriously. But he's kind of also a card about having to sacrifice some things or letting go of things if you want to progress and move forward. You might be holding on to some things that are keeping you stuck. Okay, so some of you might need to work through some past stuff or some relationships that no longer serve you, some past experiences that are maybe holding you back from being this person that you're meant to be. Because you can't move forward if you're still tied to the past. Okay? And when you get these two cards together, they actually indicate that there has been a delay in destiny. So some of you might actually be, like, delaying. Oh, I said that before, didn't I? About, like, taking the long way around? I did. But yeah, these two together, it's like, yeah, change can be scary, and you've found, like, a comfortable spot, but you're not happy. But doing something new and different is scary. But that's how we grow as people, and that's how we become happy. If you're stuck forever doing something that makes you miserable, you're going to be miserable forever. And like the Pixie said, don't take it so seriously. Some of you are actively delaying your destiny. It's actually weird. I don't think I've ever gotten these two cards out together before. But yeah, some of you might know there's a change that needs to happen, and you're, like, actively working against it or refusing to acknowledge it. You know, like, you're unhappy in your job, or you have, like, a relationship or a friendship that's, like, toxic or no longer serves you, and you know it's holding you back, and you're just like, it is what it is. It's been this way for so long, let's just leave it. That's not healthy. That's not good. I hope if this is any of you watching that, like, you get this situated, because that sounds freaking miserable. And you know, a lot of times destiny has some pretty good things waiting. We just have to participate a little bit, as I say, as somebody who, like, actively never leaves her house except for work. So do as I say, not as I do. Okay? Let's see what the next one is. Ooh. The Lovers card. The Lovers is not necessarily about romantic relationships, although of course it can be. But it's kind of just about partnerships in general, or even choices. major life-changing choices, especially if you're faced with a dilemma. Because these things, I think if you're delaying, if there's a delay of destiny, that's kind of a dilemma. Temptation could also be part here. So, part of the problem, or the choice. So there might be something tempting you that's not necessarily the best option. Whether it's in a relationship and you're tempted by like someone else, that's not necessarily great. If you're at work and like, it's actually happened to my brother a couple of times, where you work at a job and another company like scouts people like for their business from other places. They might tempt you with something that seems pretty good, but it's not. So make sure if there's any sort of temptation around, like temptation in general is usually not, I shouldn't say it's usually not great, but I feel like in this situation, whoever this pertains to, make sure that you weigh all of your options intelligently, right? But not everything about this card is good. You could have like really good choices because it could be having to choose between two like equally really good options. But either way, don't go for like the easy sorry guys. Don't go for the easy route, because that's like not really that satisfying if something's just handed to you. So some of you might have some choices to make, but make sure that it's a wise decision. It's a smart decision. You've weighed all of your options, pros and cons, and you're picking the one that's most beneficial and worthwhile for you in the long run. Next, 10 of coins. I like this. The 10 of coins is about building a strong foundation. So that's obviously good. Everybody needs that. And this is going into things with an attitude that allows for continued growth. So like knowing there's still more to learn, right? Let's see what the next one is. King of Cups. King of Cups is about emotional maturity and becoming a more balanced and responsible person, which could really go hand in hand with this building a strong foundation. Because I think you need to be, in order to do that, you need to be responsible and maybe like emotionally mature. Not that you're necessarily like old, but like, you have a good head on your shoulders and you know how to make good choices. You know how to ask for advice when you need to, because this card's also about good advice. But it's also a card about maybe becoming more aware or entering a mindset where you're more aware of how you affect others by, with your words and actions. So some of you maybe aren't so self-aware, and you're starting to realize, the way I say things isn't necessarily received the way I intend them to be received. Oh, that could even be like the pixie. Don't take things so seriously, because sometimes people who take things too seriously don't realize the way that their words and actions affect other people, because they're too serious all the time and they expect everyone to be that way all the time. So some of you might need to take a look at like how you interact with others. Not that you're a bad person or anything like that, or that people don't like you. That's not what I'm saying. It's just you might not be received the way you think you are. Like my nephew, he's 15, for example. He says things to me sometimes, and I'll be like, what? And it's not what he said, it's the way he said it. And he doesn't even realize the way he delivered his statement, that it was like, it came off a little bit rude. And it's not the words he said, it's the tone he used. And I feel like a lot of people don't hear themselves when they speak. So that could be some of you if you have an issue with that. Might be something you want to look at. Let's see what you got for this. Ooh, the return card. The return card is all about being self-confident, because that will help you with any decision making. So I think there's like probably a lot of decisions going on here for a lot of people for different reasons, personal reasons, destiny reasons. But if you're confident and don't like second guess yourself, you know, like if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Like you'll know. And that's going to help you make the necessary decisions that are going to help you get back on track with destiny. Okay? I hope you liked this reading, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, pile number 3 with this lovely little blue ring. Put that over here and get you out of the way. Let's see. Let's see what your first card is. Ooh! Waylon Smith. Also, want to apologize in advance with pile 2. I had a cough come out of nowhere. So, again, apologies for the way I sound. But Waylon Smith is about craftsmanship, mastering a skill, entering a period of hard work or creation, if that's something you're into. Like maybe you're creating something new. Maybe you're deciding to work on a new project, some of you. He's also about opportunities and success and having your efforts be rewarded. So if you've been working on something, you're going to start seeing the payoff from that, some of you. But he's also a card about forging new things from old. So if you've been wanting to change things up, or like expand on something you're already doing and maybe like revamp it and try something a little new and different, he's a good indicator that this is a good time to do that. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, the Death card. And I always feel like I need to put a disclaimer and tell people not to freak out when the Death card shows up, because he doesn't mean anybody's dying. Okay? Nothing horrible is happening here. Death is all about a necessary and unavoidable change, the ending of a cycle, going through a transition, getting rid of excess. If you've been holding on to a lot of stuff, whether that's like emotionally or like physically, like in your house, you just have a lot of shit lying around. Like maybe early spring clean for some of you, you know. But he's also about like putting the past behind you. So some of you might be finally, if you've been holding on to stuff from the past or you have a hard time letting go, you might finally be ready to move on from that and cut out things that aren't necessary and things that aren't serving you anymore, right? And also, kind of hand in hand with Wayland here, forging new from old, this card is also a transitional card, or a middle ground, going from one phase of life to the next, you know. So going from one thing to the next, one phase to the next, is kind of like forging new from old. You're still the old you, but you're growing as a person, and becoming a new version of you. So, I like that. I like seeing like growth for people, which I think this card really is about, right? Cutting things out, letting things go, transitioning. That's all about like growth and continued momentum forward, which is great for everybody, because there's always more things to learn and always like a better version of you that you could be. And as I say that as somebody that does literally no self-improvement whatsoever, so do as I say, not as I do, as I often say in my videos. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, High Priestess. This card is all about coming into a time of learning and listening to your intuition rather than prioritizing like the conscious mind. So like your conscious mind could be very comfortable where you are and be like, no, we don't need to grow. Things don't need to change. But your intuition says, no, like this is not good. Things need to change. That's what you need to listen to. So maybe some of you need to take some time to reflect. Prepare yourself for any possible outcomes from this. And this transition could lead to this more opportunities, which Wayland signifies. Also creation, like you might let go some of this stuff and then become like inspired if you used to be like somebody who painted a lot or whatever. Maybe you were a writer when you were young and you moved on from that, or like you would draw or something. Maybe you'll get back into that, but life has just kind of stagnated and you're comfortable, and she says stop being comfortable. Things need to change so you can get back to creating. I don't know where any of that just came from. It's just I do these as stream of consciousness, people, okay? So like sometimes I say things and I'm not sure why I'm saying them. But that probably meant something to somebody. Let's see what the next one is. Oh! This is also the High Priestess. So definitely somebody here needs to start listening to their intuition. Somebody, I think, knows that something needs to change and they maybe are a little afraid because change is scary. But somebody here definitely needs to hear this, that you need to like trust your intuition. And if something doesn't seem right, it's probably not. Okay? Yeah. So that's specific for, I think, somebody here. Anyway, let's see what the next one is. Ooh! Ten of Cups. I like the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is about happiness. Like true happiness, emotional fulfillment, spiritual fulfillment, if that's your thing. Having fun. And really, like, this indicates, like, happiness in your relationships, whether it's romantic relationships, your family, your friends. So I think if you get this situated, or whatever these transitions are that you're going through, these evolutions, I feel like I'm talking about Pokemon now when I say evolutions, but like when you evolve as a person, like sometimes that makes your relationships better, right? But there could also be like having reasons to celebrate here, like weddings. Some of you might have an anniversary soon, or some other like festive event, a birthday or something. But definitely reasons to celebrate that just like include all the people that you love and that are important to you. I like that. I like seeing that. Last one. Ooh. Let me see. 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is a card about moving forward, which, as I said, I think even he is a card that represents moving forward. this card indicates like a healthy balance of like planning and risk taking. So maybe up here with Waylon and like improving your skills and all of that, like it might be a risk, you know, trusting your intuition might seem a little risky. Whatever changes are going on here might be a little scary, but like if you make a plan, everything's going to be fine. Don't go into it like, you know, blind, flying by the seat of your pants or nothing. But you know, maybe try something new that's maybe a little different and plan it out to the best of your ability, because this card says like opportunities await if you're willing. Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. If you're willing to leave your front porch to meet them. And if you are, big rewards are going to come in like your overall well-being, right? Like financially, your career, your relationships, like you'll be happy, so everything else is going to be happy. But you have to be willing to put the effort in. Like, this card's literally like, leave your porch and meet these opportunities. And as I've said a few times in a number of these videos, like my other videos, do as I say, not as I do. Because I'm somebody who literally goes to work and comes home, and that is it. So anyway, let's see what this is. Ooh! Your oracle is big. This is about increased desire to learn, and big possibilities. And maybe even an unexpected accomplishment that has to do with a goal you have or a dream you've always had that you thought maybe you would never have the opportunity to fulfill. I like that. And I think it makes sense with, you know, like mastery and change and trusting your intuition, and just go for it. If there's something you've wanted to do and you've maybe let things hold you back, go for it. Even if it's a little bit scary and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can still do it. No, just try. Just try. And if you fail, so what? You know, it's not the end of the world. It's a learning experience, really. So anyway, that's it for pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.